Hi guys, I am doing a quick flip through to some curriculum that we used last year. It's the Blast Off to Reading workbook. It's 50 Orton Gillingham basic lessons for struggling readers and those with dyslexia. So I searched for ages and ages for something to help my daughter, who was 8 and 9 at the time, who was I screened her for dyslexia, and she had a lot of the traits. So I was looking for something definitely Orton Gillingham based, and some of the things were horrendously expensive, and so I saw this on Amazon, I think it was, and watched a couple of videos. Well, actually there was hardly no videos, which is why I'm doing this one. And so I'm just going to do a quick flip through with you, so you guys can have a look. Now, apologies, we did this about a year or so ago, so I can't really remember. So here's a bit of instructions. It says that you can use the computer to do some activities as well, which we didn't do. And we did find this a really gentle way, and it helped her immensely. Last year was definitely a really big leap for her in her learning and her reading. So this may be one of the things that really helped her. So we didn't do these activities. There is after each lesson, for example, this is lesson 3. Actually, I think it begins further down. Anyway, further down the book, each lesson has some writing words or spelling words. So, for example, they start off with CVC words, read these nonsense words, so getting them to sound out. Circle the middle short vowel, add the middle short vowel. Some more activities there. Filling in the letters, circling. It actually doesn't take too long to get through because it's very limited writing, lots of circling, a little bit of writing, and this wouldn't work for my other son perhaps, too much writing, but my daughter's okay. Some more circling. So maybe half an hour it would take to get through a lesson, but I really needed to sit down with her and go through everything with her. So it's not something that the kids can work through independently. You really need to sit and be with them through this. So then we look at consonant blends. So very similar activities. Consonant blends in isolation. Assign the dictations. Okay, so basically the dictations were that you say the words at the back of the book that correspond to this lesson, and the child would write them. So let's have a look. I made a little activity book, and she would write. She hated this bit, but that was her doing her spelling. Okay. Lesson 5, you go to the blend sound sh and ch. As I said, she was 8/9. This is for ages 7 to 13. So if your kid is behind, it's a great book. Starts quite gentle. Not too much writing. And to be honest, that's the basis of a lot of my curriculum choices. Please pause if you want to read any of these pages. Complete the words below. That sounds. We didn't do these online games, but I think you get these for free, but we didn't do these. Then there's review, which is really good. So it's almost like a bit of a test. We use this as a bit of a test. So I would say to my daughter, I can't help you with this. You have to just do this on your own. And then you go to the oo sounds. So basically it tells you exactly what to tell the child. The first oo sound is long oo, as in boo. So you don't need another teacher's guide. It really just tells you exactly what to tell the child. The second oo sound is short oo, as in good. So it gives you direct instructions. Read the words below, read the words below. And it's really, I think it was about $30, which is really, really good for any kind of dyslexia or Orton Gillingham books, because they're always so expensive. We looked at all about spelling, all about reading, and that was just horrendously expensive. And kind of busy-ish. But this was really concise and to the point. For example, let's look at the Q sounds, the quit sounds. So we've got here, you know, you go through, you tell the child what they're learning, and then, you know, get them to read some words below, then read the following sentences. They're working on their reading. Then circle the sounds that make the words. They're working on some spelling. Once again, circling. Some writing and some spelling again, completing the sentence. Change the underlined letters in the word so that it becomes another word for fast. Okay, so the parent would read this. Change underlined letters in the word so it becomes something that a duck says. Track. And then the child would write quack. Read the sentence and circle the matching picture. So you get the child to read the sentence and then they would do the matching picture. And that's a lesson. So, you know, it's not too overwhelming too for kids. And they don't kind of dread it. So, you know, for example, in this one day, there was kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activities. So, you know, within half an hour, they've covered quite a lot. And they get to review it also. So, lesson 13. I'll put the dates up there. Didn't this time. Once again, lesson can be completed fairly quickly. And we would just do 1 a day. Matching up. Didn't want this video to be too long, but it's already getting pretty long because the book's pretty long. Let's keep going. If I'm going too fast, just pause your video, people. Where and was. So it's not too babyish for older kids as well. The oo sounds. And this is really handy for kids with dyslexia as well, so they can copy the word. Again, copying the word. Part 2. So this was a really good workbook for her actually. I'm pretty sure we didn't complete it. I'm pretty sure halfway through the year we skipped to something else because she had enough. We like to mix things up a bit. Every term I look and see what's working for my kiddos. If something's getting a bit stagnant, we will mix it up. So using AD and ing. Using the ND sound. Can't remember where we stopped this. It's a really big book. We're already at 120, page 120. Zzz sound. IER and ER, so adding that to these words. Looking at different rules. I'm only kind of halfway through the book. It's already a long video, so I might just flip through the rest. Basically, you understand the format. Review again. This is where we must have stopped. So we did about 160 pages of it, so. Oh, we did more. We didn't stop there. Kept going. There we go, we must have finished off about there. So we did about 180 pages. It's pretty good going of curriculum. So let me just keep flicking through so you guys can see where they kind of end up. We'll look at the end. Reviews, which is good. And they end up with this kind of word, these kind of activities. Write the word below in their plural form, looking at plurals. Words ending with the V sound. Words ending in ishin. Wow. So it could last you all year. We just needed to change things up a bit. But I like how it's not too heavy in the writing. Review. And then it's got all the answers here. You're unsure? And these are the writing. These are the dictations. Example, lesson 1. Lesson 3 it starts with. These are the words. I only got my child, depending on the day, to write 1 or 2 sentences. So we definitely did 10 words. And it gets harder and harder. 48. There's definitely other resources that you can use as well. And we found this great for the time we used it. It is a massive book, so if you're $30, you definitely get a whole year's worth of curriculum. Definitely recommend it. Also, we bought these books as well to go with it. But it tells you in the book, it tells you in this workbook when to start reading these books. But I don't think they quite lined up very well. We still haven't read these books because, as I said, we swapped over curriculums. We swapped over to Nessie for a bit. But this has essentially 51 activities. So yeah, it's definitely enough for your whole year. So I would definitely recommend this, especially if you're time poor and you don't want to bombard your kids with lots of busy work. It's really concise. And yeah, my daughter went from basically reading not much. She wouldn't even try to read like labels or things on a box or things at a shop, to literally 1 year later, she can pretty much read everything and reads off labels and boxes and things on shops. So I guess I can attribute some of her success to this program, Plus After Reading. And but yes, you definitely have to sit with your child and work through it. I have multiple children, so this can sometimes be difficult, but you know, because it is quite succinct, you can, you know, spend half an hour, 45 minutes sitting down, working on this activity with your child. Obviously, there's so much other subjects you have to cover, so I kind of made this a priority when we were doing it and didn't make her kind of too fatigued to get on with some other work as well. All right, guys, well, I hope that helped, and hope it helps you make a decision on whether to get this curriculum or not. I would definitely recommend, and very affordable and a very great option for those kiddies struggling. Okay, I hope this helped, guys. Happy homeschooling. Bye.